is Shannon. Thank you for joining me today for this practice. We'll be working on poses to help improve our posture. I've been a physical therapist for over 25 years and I've treated a lot of patients for what we call in therapy rounded shoulders, forward head posture. So in today's society, we're always on our phones, on our computers, driving, and we tend to sort of fold forward. Now, when our shoulders fold forward, as you can see, my head, I'm looking down. So in order to look ahead, you have to lift your head up so the muscles in the back of our neck get very tight. So with this type of practice, we want to open up our chest and actually stretch the muscles in the back of our neck so we can shine our magic into the world. So we'll be staying relatively close to our mats in this practice. And I always say, do what feels good in your body, and I hope you enjoy. So we're going to start in this easy seated pose, and we'll take 3 deep grounding breaths. So feel free to shut your eyes or lower your gaze and take a deep breath in through your nose and a gentle sigh out of your mouth, releasing anything you're ready to let go of from your day. Let's do that twice more. Really softening as you exhale. Now let's start doing some easy, slow circles. These are called Sufi circles. And you can start to gently kind of round your back as you go back. Maybe get a little arch as you come forward. You can move your head around. Just kind of feeling into our bodies and our spines. Noticing how we feel without any judgment. Now let's switch directions. It's a good way to warm up our spine. Now we'll return to center. Let's inhale our arms up, clasping our elbows so we can do some gentle side bends, right and left. Inhaling as you come up, exhaling as you bend. And the next time you come up, reach your elbows up and back as you tuck your chin, feeling this stretch in the back of your neck. Maybe engaging your abdominal muscles, feeling this length in your spine. And then we're going to drop our left hand to the mat so we can side bend over to the left, pressing our right sit bone down, maybe bending your left elbow. And then we'll go to the other side. Now as you come back up, let's sweep our arms behind us, squeezing our shoulder blades looking up. And then we're going to bring our right arm over our left, twisting our forearms, placing our palms together. Your fingers don't have to be in line, but try not to have too much of a bend in your wrists. This is called eagle arms. We're going to gently squeeze our forearms together. Inhaling, lifting our elbows, looking up. And then exhaling, tucking our chin as we round down. Following your breath. The next time your arms come up, let's pause, reaching those elbows up, relaxing your face, and then slowly round down, Squeezing your elbows in and relaxing. And then we'll gently unwind our arms, placing them behind us so we can switch the cross of our legs. And once again, let's squeeze our shoulder blades looking up. And then we'll bring our left arm over our right, twisting our forearms so we can inhale looking up, reaching our elbows up. Exhale, rounding forward. Opening up our shoulders, our shoulder blades, creating some space. The next time we come up, let's pause, reaching those elbows up. Keep breathing. And then slowly round forward. Squeezing your belly in. And release. We're going to turn, coming into a tabletop, but with our forearms on the mat. And we're going to do some little cat-cows with circles. So you're sort of rounding your back as you bring your hips around. So kind of a small movement. Just getting a little mobility in our hips. And then we'll switch directions. Now let's tuck our toes, lifting our bottom up into a dolphin pose. Don't worry about your heels touching. They probably will not touch. And let's move a little bit forwards and backwards. And then press our heels back, pulling in our belly. Maybe your shoulders are sort of over your elbows, pressing your forearms into the mat. And breathing. And then we're going to drop our knees, bringing our toes together, coming back into a wide-legged child's pose. Forehead is on the mat. Completely relaxed. Now let's slowly come up. We're going to bend our elbows, dropping our body as we lift our toes up, and then push back. We'll do this a few times. You don't have to go very far. Just getting a little bit of strength in our arms and our shoulders, our pecs. One last time. Now let's bring our feet apart so our knees and feet are in line. We're going to come into puppy dog pose, so you can bring your hands forward, keeping your bottom over your knees as you reach your chest towards your thighs, dropping our foreheads down, feeling the stretch in our pecs and our shoulders. Now let's slowly come up and place our right hand over our left, cradling our head in our arms. We're going to come back down again. Once again, feeling this stretch in our arms. Really try to enjoy and relax into it. And then we'll come up and go to the other side. So our left hand is over our right. Slowly coming back. And release. We're going to bring our hands back into tabletop. Let's turn our left foot out so we can come on our side, stretching out our right leg, reaching our right arm over in this long body side stretch. And if you'd like, you can slowly come back a little bit, getting a little bit of an arch in your back. And then maybe you want to sweep your arm back, bending your knee, grabbing your foot, and gently pressing your foot against your hand. You can look down. Stretching our shoulder. And let's slowly release, placing that foot back. We're going to gather our balance so we can come up, dropping our hand on our leg, reaching our left arm up, and then slowly bending to the right. Pulling that left shoulder back so you're getting this straight side bend. Feeling it in your waist. And then we'll come on our knees. So bring that leg in. Bottom is on our heels. We're going to inhale our arms up, interlacing our fingers with our index finger pointing up. Let's inhale and reach out of our waist. Exhale, bending to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Now we're going to really reach up as we inhale. Maybe you want to drop your head. We're doing a little back bend, but try to get this bend in your thoracic spine and not just your lumbar. So we're reaching our fingers up and back. And then we'll slowly bring our hands to heart center. And then we'll sweep them behind us, clasping our fingers. Maybe the tips of your thumbs are touching. Let's squeeze our shoulder blades and tuck our chin. Relaxing your face and your jaw. And then we'll slowly release. Let's turn to the right to go into that tabletop pose. Again, moving our hips a little bit right and left. Before we turn our right foot out so we can come on our side, extending our left leg, reaching that left arm up and over into this long body side stretch. And then once again, maybe you want to arch back slightly, feeling this extension, opening up. And then maybe you want to swing that arm back to grab your foot, bending your knee, pressing your foot into your hand, feeling your balance. I like to shut my eyes. It makes it a little harder to balance anyway. And release. Let's place that foot down, getting our balance so we can come up. Left hand is on our left leg. Reach the right arm up before you slowly bend to the left. And release. We're going to place our hands down, bringing our foot back, tucking our toes so we can come into a forward fold. Let's bend one knee at a time. And then we're going to slowly step our feet out with our toes in, heels out, to come into a wide-legged forward fold. Really letting your body and your head hang heavy. And then we'll slowly turn towards the left, picking up our heels, turning them, dropping our back knee. So we can come up into a low lunge. So arms are overhead. Your knee can be over your ankle. You can have your bottom up a little bit. It doesn't have to be sunk down right now. And then we're going to exhale, bending our elbows, squeezing our shoulder blades. Inhale, looking up as we reach our arms up. Let's do that twice more. Now we'll slowly bring our arms forward, wrapping the left arm on top, going back into these eagle arms. We're going to raise our elbows up. Now you can keep your hips where they are. If you'd like, you can sink your hips down a little bit. Really feel like you're reaching your elbows up. Maybe you're relaxing your head back. And then slowly release. We're going to go back into that wide-legged forward fold for a couple breaths. Toes are in, heels are out. Hang down. Now we'll slowly turn to the right. So pick up your heels, turning, dropping our back knee. We can raise our arms up into this low crescent lunge. And on an exhale, we'll bend our elbows, squeezing our shoulder blades. Inhale, raise our arms looking up. Twice more. And the next time the elbows come back, give it that nice spinal squeeze. And then we'll bring our arms forward with our right arm on top, getting into these eagle arms. So gently squeeze your forearms as you reach your elbows up. And you can always come a little higher if you have any pain in your hips, or you can sink them down lower if you want more of a stretch. And then we'll slowly release. We're going to frame our front foot so we can tuck our back toes and come back into a downward facing dog. So feel free to pedal out your feet a little bit. Before you find that stillness, reaching your bottom up, pressing your chest towards your thighs, really getting that extension in your back. And then we'll inhale, bringing our shoulders forward into a high plank. So your bottom is level with your shoulders, pressing your heels back, engaging our quads, pulling in our stomach muscles. And then let's drop our knees. Top of the feet are on the mat. We're going to slowly come down, knees, chest, chin, elbows are in. And then we'll push forward into a cobra pose using our back muscles. And back into downward facing dog. Let's do that once again. Inhaling forward, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Cobra, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank, knees, chest, chin. And this time we're going to stay down, sweeping our arms behind us, clasping our fingers, squeezing our shoulder blades. Let's raise our shoulders up. And maybe you want to lift your legs, squeezing the entire back. Maybe you even want to drop your chin, getting a stretch in the back of your neck. And then we'll very gently release, pressing back once again into a wide-legged child's pose. Maybe you want to bring your hands really wide on the mat in front of you to get this nice stretch in our shoulders. Feel your heart beating. Now very slowly we'll come up, crossing our ankles so we can come back, laying down on our back. So let's come all the way down with our feet wide on the mat. Maybe you want to open up your arms with your palms facing up. We're going to do a few windshield wipers, letting our knees fall right and left. Always feels good to do a little gentle twisting after we've done a lot of back bends. The next time our knees fall left, let's pause, turning our head to the right, taking a few breaths. Let's slowly switch sides. And release. Let's grab one knee at a time and do a few circles. Taking a moment here to notice how you feel. I find that these type of upper body back bends really give me energy. Let's go the other way. Releasing sort of stagnant energy. Now you can do any pose you'd like before we straighten our legs, taking up space on the mat with our toes falling out, palms facing up. Take a little time in here in Shavasana to integrate our practice. Now start to find a little movement in your fingers and your toes. Maybe you want to bring your legs together and reach overhead, doing a long body stretch. And let's bend our knees and slowly turn to the side, pressing our way up back into an easy seated pose. Our hands on our knees, shoulders back, noticing how our spine and our entire body feels. Let's place our hands at heart center, bowing our heads, giving ourselves gratitude for showing up today to practice and come home to ourselves. The light in me honors the light in you. And together here now and always, we are one. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're feeling good so you can shine your magic out into the world. And please subscribe to the channel and give the video a like if you enjoyed. This really helps the channel reach more people. I hope you have a beautiful day.